Hello, welcome to 2022 with me. I kind of want to be a little more involved with disc golf this year. Everybody else is doing what's in the bag, so I got this handy dandy bag for my birthday, and I got a few new discs in it, and I figured I'd go over all the discs that I'm choosing this year and why I chose them and what all we have. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'm going to start with all the discs in the upper pouch here. These are the discs that I'm probably going to be grabbing most often. And the disc that I have been bagging for a while is the BUZZZ, which is regarded as one of the best disc golf discs in the world. And ever since I've been throwing it, it's such a reliable mid-range, does exactly what I want it to do. If you aren't bagging one of these, I highly suggest doing it. And this is in the ESP plastic. Another disc that I do throw a lot is the EMAC Truth. I've always been a dynamic disc person, so it's a little new for me to throw some Discraft stuff like the BUZZZ. I'm liking what I'm throwing, but the Truth is one of the most reliable mid-ranges out there on the market. I really like it in this Lucid plastic. Comes out of the hand really good. If I want to get a little more distance out of it, I throw this rather than the BUZZZ, and it is a little more stable. Keep that in mind if you do bag the Truth. I love it though. And we're coming along now to a new disc that I just got, and the only reason I got this is I play a game actually on the PC and on my phone called Disc Golf Valley. If you haven't picked it up, it's actually a really fun game. It can teach you a lot about the flight patterns of disc. It's kind of cool to see everything's visualized there. But this Explorer is a fairway driver. Up until now, the Truth has been the fastest disc I've had. I haven't had the arm to fully trust a driver. The only driver I had was a 12 speed, and it just proved to be too much. I lost it. What can I say? So we're gonna try the 7-speed driver out. Has the same stats, it's not on there, but I know it's a 7-speed. It's got a glide of 5, a turn of 0, and a fade of 2, which is identical to the Truth other than the speed. So I'm hoping it's a Truth that I can just put a little more power on. I think it's going to give me an extra 40 or 50 feet, which is definitely going to be a good tool. And I love this purple color. And this Opto X is supposedly the best plastic that Latitude 64 has, and it feels really nice in the hand. So I cannot wait to get out and throw this a little bit this year. And another disc that I got, Dynamic Disc came out with a new putter a couple years ago called the Guard, which actually it has the same stats as a Warden, just with an extra glide. It's a glide of 5. I really, really like this disc. It will glide for days. The plastic I had, and I'll show you, I've got a prime one in here. I had the Prime Guard. And I mean, this is just kind of like the entry-level plastic. My problem was I kept turning it over too much, and it wasn't throwing consistently. So I went ahead, spent the extra money, got the Classic, which is one of the best plastics in my opinion for a putter. If you want an upshot putter that'll set still very quickly, but you can still put a little power on, highly suggest the Classic. It's really nice. I think the only one that I would like better than this, is at least with the tactile feeling plastic, would be Fusion. But the Guard is not offered in a Fusion. So maybe if they ever offer it in a Fusion, we'll pick it up. But I'm really excited to throw this disc this year. And of course, we've got this Prime as a backup. Probably going to take this out of the bag, but we're going to keep it in here as a backup in case. You never know when a disc is going to go flying in the woods or land, 10 feet at the bottom of a lake. But that completes all the discs up here, so we'll go ahead and move on to this part of the bag. And another new disc that I just got is this Lucid Judge. It's in the firmest plastic that they offer. I really like the Lucid plastic. The Lucid plastic is the same plastic that I have for the Truth. I've been wanting a putter that I can drive with. I think the Lucid plastic is going to allow me to put a little bit more power on this. Supposedly, the firmer plastic also allows for a little more stability. So I'm excited to get this out there. I think this is going to be a great tool. And now we're going to be getting into a couple other discs that have some very unique purposes. This Envy, it is just a higher speed putter. It's also got a little more fade to it. I've been throwing it as a normal putter, but it's a little too fast, I think, to actually putt with. I've been enjoying the slower speed putters. We're gonna keep it in the bag, try some different shots with it, just see what we like about it, what we don't like about it. But we may be retiring this disc fairly soon. Another disc that I don't throw super often, but does have a very specific shot, is this Wombat. It's an understable mid-range from Innova. I've had it in my bag for a few years. I don't have much of a forehand, so I kind of rely on a backhand that's going to be extremely understable. The Wombat always seems to be that disc. If I need to go around an object and I don't trust my forehand, the Wombat will go around, and it'll go 100 to 150 feet and just go around any object. You can about cut a 90-degree angle if you throw it high enough. So it's a very useful tool to have. Another couple discs in here I have an older Truth. I've been bagging this for a very long time. Once I moved to the EMAC Truth, I haven't thrown this one as much. And now that the Buzz is in my bag, I really don't know if this disc is going to serve any purpose. So we're probably going to retire this disc this year. I haven't thrown it in a long time, so it is retired. And this is an interesting disc that we found actually on a course that we were just playing at. This is the Bounty. It's in the burst plastic, so I know it's super cheap. It's an understable mid-range from Dynamic Disc. It's probably not going to stay in the bag, but we're at least going to throw it, see what we can do with it, and if we like it, we'll keep it. If not, we'll toss it. And the last disc that I have in the bag, my good friend Carl actually let me borrow. It is a classic hybrid EMAC Judge. It's got a little less stability than a normal Judge. And this classic hybrid plastic, it feels really nice. It feels a little firmer actually than the classic here. So I don't know what the hybrid is, but it feels firm. So I'm excited to see if I can put some power on this, but this probably will not stick around because I do have the Judge and I have the guards. So I kind of have that already sorted out. We'll throw it, see how we enjoy it this year. I'm pretty excited about everything. I'll have a video out soon where I actually take all these discs to a field. I'm going to throw them, see what kind of distance I can get out of everything. I've also started working out this year pretty heavily, and I'm going to see if that can positively affect the game. So what we'll do is we'll get some baseline runs done in an upcoming video, and then we'll revisit it at the end of the year and see if we've improved. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking me out. Go ahead and hit that follow button, subscribe, all that good jazz. Hope to see you out on the course. Later.